So, should the Cardinals be afraid of committing to Kyler Murray long term?
No. Why should they be afraid to commit to someone who's helped their franchise every single year he's been there improve? Look at what Kyler Murray has done as an Arizona Cardinal. Here's a simple sentence. Kyler Murray was going to be the MVP if he didn't get injured. Matter of fact, he was starting to create some distance before the injury. And this is what I want to highlight to the Arizona Cardinals. Don't forget who you have in terms of talent, in terms of production. Kyler Murray is special. Now, a lot of people predicted this because he was the #1 overall pick. And you don't become that by accident. Now, what Kyler Murray has also done is grow with his coach as well, Mr. Kingsbury. So those two now have, as you will always say, a head coach and quarterback combination that you can win with. When you have that, you don't mess with that. You don't let the personality get in front of the production unless the personality is greater than the production. That's not what this is. This is as simple as Kyler Murray got in his feelings at the end of the season, the end of that Rams game, and didn't want to go back in. Why? Because the game was out of hand and Kyler Murray was in his feelings. Let me tell you why he was in his feelings. And I want them to understand this upstairs in the brass so that they can understand who Kyler Murray is. I got time to hang around Kyler Murray. I think it was rookie symposium, whatever. Kyler Murray is not the one that walks into the room and say, "Hey, I'm Kyler Murray. How are you?" Kyler Murray is the one that's expecting you to walk in the room and say, "Hey, where's Kyler Murray?" "Oh, there you are." And there's a big difference if you know those two different types of personality. I don't think one's cocky and one's not. I just think that they're different. Kyler Murray is sitting there, and I don't know if you've been here, Acho, when your lack of success is not merit-based. It's based on bad luck. You ever be in a position like Kyler Murray found himself playing against the Los Angeles Rams in the playoffs without his best receiver? In a position where he's looking around like, the only reason I'm even in this compromised position, not my full self, and not without my full arsenal of receivers, is because of bad luck. You don't lose confidence when you're in situations where you fall down the hill and you're in a bad place because you fell off. You lose confidence when you all of a sudden you think, is this universe conspiring against me? Because I had bad luck. Kyler Murray in the same season went from MVP to dog. You spazzing in this game, you can't even finish. So if you're the Arizona Cardinals, take a collective breath. Respect who you have in terms of greatness in Kyler Murray and commit to it.
I got a problem, though, with what you're saying,
Uh-oh, I heard it.
You know the definition of luck, maybe not Merriam-Webster's, maybe not dictionary.com, but colloquially speaking, luck, when preparation meets opportunity.
Oh.
The problem was that Kyler Murray had an opportunity in the Rams playoff game versus the Arizona Cardinals. I was there. We talked about it on the show afterwards.
Yep.
But Kyler Murray was not prepared. You create your own luck. Luck, when preparation meets opportunity. If you are not prepared for the opportunity, then we will deem that as unlucky. When in fact you weren't unlucky, you just simply were not prepared for the moment that met you. So when I look at Kyler Murray, I'm like, wait a second, I don't know that he's unlucky, big dog. I just don't know that he's prepared, but let me have the greater conversation, which I know you will love. Through the first 3 years of these quarterbacks' careers, 26 and younger, these ones have playoff wins. Deshaun Watson, who's currently still 26, he coming back to the league. Joe Burrow,
is he?
Playoff wins. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, and even Baker Mayfield. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them cats. Lamar, Baker, Allen, Mahomes, Burrow, Watson, and Kyler. You don't have a playoff win and you have a career losing record? 22, 23, and 1. So let me get this straight. You have no playoff wins. You have a career losing record, and we should commit to you long term, even though you cause drama on social media. We too grown for that now, Kyler.
Cause drama on social media materializes to an organization?
Yes, because to me, it's a signifying factor of a lack of maturity.
I give you that.
That's what it is. It's like, wait a second. If you and I have beef and you're going to run to social media and delete all our pictures, that's what Kyler Murray did, run to social media and remove me from your bio, then that's a lack of maturity. I know you've been in these situations, and maybe you hadn't because in your prior relationships, I don't know if social media was out. I ain't gonna date my brother.
Thank God, boy. I wouldn't be up here, I'll tell you that.
But if you're in a relationship with somebody, big dog, and I don't know, y'all get into a spout, and all of a sudden she deletes all her pictures of you from her page.
That part.
You might not say, oh, we have to break up over this.
No.
But you're gonna question the maturation level. Like, wait a second.
Yeah.
We got into one small argument, and you go and wipe me off your page, and now you got to do the worst thing in the world. I can't stand when people do this. When you delete all the pictures of your significant other and then you put them all back up there, it's like, we don't need to know about your drama.
I got hacked. Damn it.
And Kyler Murray, to me, it's a sign of immaturity. I don't necessarily want to commit to Kyler Murray because when I look up this next generation of young quarterbacks, where does Kyler Murray fall? Not better than Mahomes.
Oh.
Not better than Allen.
Oh.
Not better than Herbert.
Oh.
Not better than Burrow.
Oh.
Not better than Watson. So where does he fall? And then also, when I look at his team success, he doesn't have that career-losing record.
Oh.
And then lastly, when I look at his maturation level, I'm like, bro, you went to social media?
Damn.
Like, what are we talking about?
I know, Acho, I know you're making a strong argument. God, you could convict this dude. But the defense attorney in me is now going to speak. As you know, grown folks know that social media is not reality,
Of
right?
course not. Yes, sir.
So guess what? We're not going to really let it dictate how we think of you. We're not going to be happy. You're going to mess up our day. You're going to have us perturbed. But you ain't going to change the commas on this check because of something that's not real. All right. You take all my pictures down, my exes, I'm sure they would have done that because they did it around the house. Like all the pictures in the frame, put them down, slam them, okay, all right. We still went to El Torito's. It still was cracking that night, so I don't want to hear about this. I don't know if Kyler Murray is in a bad situation based on some of the things that you just talked about, playoff wins versus non-playoff win and those type of quarterbacks. Is it good company to be with Baker Mayfield in terms of being a franchise quarterback going forward right now? We'll see next year when he comes back healthy. But right now, so what? Baker Mayfield has a playoff win. Justin Herbert doesn't. Would you rather be in company of Baker Mayfield or Justin Herbert in terms of projections? We already know what that is, right? So Kyler Murray has to just hang his hat on this. Dude, we improved. Dude, we were really a good team before my injury. We were undefeated before I got hurt. I wasn't a MVP candidate. I was the MVP before injury. So if Joe Burrow gets to expunge his record because of injury in his first year, why can't Kyler Murray get a mulligan on this situation? I tell you, he felt like he was in a bad situation or circumstance just because of injury. I've been there before. Let me finish with this little short story because you brought it up. Tell me this, Acho, because I hate when we lay on some of the old parables and wise tales of you create your own luck, you said, right? I know this for a fact. I think you create your own good luck. But let me ask you, do you create your own bad luck? Because in a situation, my first 4 injuries in the NFL, what Kyler Murray went through this year, I didn't create them. 2 of them, I was in the best shape of my life. And the other 2, I was trying to climb back up that mountain, didn't get to that same summit, and then got knocked down again. Do you create your own bad luck? Because this year he had bad luck.
That's a good question. I think you can create your own bad luck. We know the dudes who pull hamstrings, and we like, bruh, you pulled a hamstring on a 5th play of the game, and turned out he was out the night before, was dehydrated.
Pounding,
You know what I'm saying? So, you can in that opportunity. I do fervently believe you create all your own good luck.
Yeah.
Even if you win a lotto ticket, you had to go to the gas station or the 7-Eleven, and you had to buy the ticket. So even if the luckiest of things that can be accomplished in this life, winning a lotto ticket, you still had to do something.
Got to do it.
In order to win that lotto ticket. So I fervently believe you create all of your own good luck. As far as bad luck, to your point, some things are just quote-unquote unlucky. But here's my last final point in regards to Kyler.
Okay.
You've played 3 years now. We have no playoff wins.
Okay.
Now, you said Herbert, but Herbert is on the qualification of 2. I gave you all guys, quarterbacks 3 years or more. No playoff wins. You've played 3 years now, and you don't have a winning record. But more importantly, you played 3 years now when our biggest claim to fame for Kyler is he was about to win MVP. I know another guy who we talk about frequently.
Your boy.
Biggest claim to fame.
Wentzy.
Carson Wentz.
Wentzy.
But he was about to win MVP.
Yeah.
If he didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
And after he got hurt, he was never the same. I'm not saying Kyler will never be the same, but who is Kyler now to be the same of? Lastly, bruh, 5th-year option, $28 million. franchise tag $30+ million. You pay him long term $150 million. Is Kyler worth any of those numbers? Because I don't think the Cardinals want to be the Rams or the Eagles and look at Jared Goff and look at Carson Wentz like, dang, we in there all for $130 million and we're not really our quarterbacks of the future. I don't think the Cardinals want to make that mistake. That's why you don't pay him.
Oh, okay. At least go here with me. You said a lot of damning things about him, and they're all true. But he also didn't have his best receiver.
Of course, yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
like,
sir.
just be real about it. We put up a stat before about the Super Bowl, Matthew Stafford, with OBJ and without OBJ.
Yes,
and that was compromising Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp like OBJ hurt, why am I not getting mine, right? It affects all. When you don't have DeAndre Hopkins for 7 games, including the playoff game, you want to get rid of Kyler Murray, who has improved in his overall record every single year. 5, 8, 9 wins. This team is improving. The team was on pace to doing something special. Then the injuries caught up to him. Would you not run it back one more time to see if they would have good luck or at least give that a mulligan?
No, let me clarify.
Okay.
Let me clarify before y'all rip to
Sound
Twitter.
like you don't want him back.
Kyler's on his 3rd year. Definitely I want him back for that 4th year.
Of course.
I would probably pick up the 5th-year option, which you have to do over the next 4 months before the season starts. Yeah, I'd probably pick up the 5th-year option just because it's a worthy gamble, right? Let me get him for $28 million. That's not a ton of money.
In the same spirit that you picked up Baker Mayfield's, or this is obvious you pick it up? It sounds like you almost have trepidation, a little anxiety about it.
I have a little trepidation is this year opened up my eyes to something different. This NFL, and I hope it opened up your eyes too. The difference between great quarterbacks, good quarterbacks, and bad quarterbacks is as great a chasm as we have ever seen in football. Like the top 8 of what was Stafford, what was Brady, what was Rodgers, what was Allen, what was Mahomes, what was Herbert, and maybe what was Burrow. And maybe it's just 7. Again, doing this off the top of my head. Russell
7.
Wilson, he was nice, but I didn't love Russ this year.
Okay, you said 7.
So the top 7 to 8 of what were like elite quarterbacks this year, and then that next tier of what was Dak Prescott, what was Kyler Murray, what was Kirk Cousins, what was Jimmy G. That next tier, it's a great chasm. And like Colin says, is he a confetti guy? Meaning, can you see confetti falling on this quarterback after he's won the Super Bowl? Is Kyler a confetti guy? This year, more than any other year, really opened up my eyes to like, Derek Carr's good, Ryan Tannehill's good, Kyler Murray's good, Kirk Cousins is good, Dak Prescott is good. But, man, them other dudes is like, they look like confetti dudes.
I don't know how much money y'all had growing up. I'm hearing conflicting reports. Sometimes I think you were broke, and then sometimes I heard
we started broke, and then we pivoted to wealthy.
Pivoted. Oh, that's what y'all call it? You mean got paid? Okay, anything. I grew up all the way broke, right? So this helps because I remember there was this one, I'm in the music, DJing, et cetera. The one day I come home and realize that my mom had bought us a new radio. And our new stereo, I should call it. It wasn't mine, it was ours. Had individual knobs for bass, mid, and treble.
Talk about
now, the one I had before was one knob, and it was bass, mid, treble. And I didn't know where to put it because it didn't sound perfect. I just realized that Acho don't know where to put Kyler Murray. Because Kyler Murray, you said 7 to 8. Kyler Murray this year was 8th in passer rating this season, right there at that mid. You don't know what to do with him, right? 100+ passer rating in 14 of his games. 2nd in completion percentage, 4th in passing yards per attempt, 10th in total touchdowns. Dog, Kyler Murray was beasting, and exactly. But this is with injury. This is with the broke stereo. Next year, healthy Hopkins, healthy him. Oh, all this gonna be separate.